Shalom. All right, Salaki. All right, Shalom. Giving all glory, honor, and praises to you. How about Shemi Awashai, Bashim Kakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, willing to teach well. Peace up, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. All right, so you see on my screen, I've been having a lot of updates with Putin. Putin been talking a lot lately. And just understanding that we're at the brink of all hell breaking loose. All hell's been breaking loose around the world. It's just the main place where it needs to break loose is in America. There's an eclipse coming, Passover, and things of that nature is coming. It's today or tonight. So this was coined by the apostle. This was coined by the apostle. The year of all prophecies coming to pass. So we've seen a lot of war talks and things of that nature. And here's another Putin, war talk, a rumor of war, like it speaks of in the scripts. You know what I'm saying? So it says Putin is bracing for a potential war with NATO earlier than expected. Exactly. As we all know, what happened which I may do a separate small lesson on. We all know what happened in Moscow. About 70 people were killed in a terrorist attack that was claimed by ISIS. We all know ISIS is backed by the U.S. I'm going to say it straight up. This is all trying to get the kings of the east to enter into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is spoken about, which I'm going to read right now in Revelation 16. What is it, verse 12? Yeah, Revelation 16:12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. Right, and we're seeing that now. It looks like, since ISIS attacked Russia, that gives Russia a reason to go into the Middle East, which is going to start all hell breaking loose. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to bring all their allies to the BRICS nations, because the scriptures say, man, in Joel, what was that, Joel 3rd chapter? Joel 3:9, it says, proclaim ye among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say I am strong. Right, and they're all going to gather. Matter of fact, keep reading verse 11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, so that's all the nations, and gather yourselves round about thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. And it says all of them. So that includes Russia, China, North Korea. All these countries are going to come into the Middle East. Russia got attacked. China's going to have to react. South Africa is going to have to react. Brazil going to have to react. UAE. All these BRICS nations going to have to react. And what nations are already there in the Middle East? The NATO nations. Some NATO nations. So they're going to have to react once the BRICS nations step foot in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, which is going to bring the entire world to that centerpiece. And all this is going to be happening when the CHIP, the CHIP comes, makes it mandatory. All that's going to be happening when all hell's breaking loose in America, civil war, Jacob's trouble in America. All this is going to happen. It's going to lead up to the missiles being shot off. And the missiles are going to be shot off in the Middle East because they're warring there. And the missiles going to be shot off towards each country because they're warring with each other. But mainly, most of the missiles are going to hit America. Okay? So Putin is already saying we're bracing for potential war with NATO earlier than expected. This is why he's been gearing up. This is why he's been preparing. Okay? Ezekiel 38 and 4 says, I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws and will bring thee forth. Well, let me say this too, because this, the scriptures are multifold. When you get into it, there's deeper context. I think back in like 2015, Putin told all Russian citizens, wherever you're living around the world, come back to Russia. Come back to Russia, because we're about to go to war. This has been planned. It says, turn thee back, put hooks into thy jaws. You can they're going back to the Soviet Union ways. They're retrieving a landmass that was once theirs, that I think, if you go into the history, I think NATO took away and made it Ukraine. Really, that's a Soviet land. That's Russian land. Okay? They're just simply taking back what is theirs. And people think, oh, pray for Ukraine. No, nigga. Ukraine was never supposed to be. Ukraine was never supposed to be. What? I think Ukraine was established. Let me look it up. But I'm going to say Ukraine was established in 1991. Yeah. Ukraine was founded and established August 24th, 1991. The shit that Ukraine's only 32 years old. It's only a 30-year-old country. It was Russian. So they're just taking back what's theirs. So it says, I will turn thee back, getting your land back, going back to your Soviet ways, telling all Russians to come back home. I put hooks into thy jaws, I will bring thee forth. We're seeing Russia coming forth, man. As a power, to be reckoned with. It says, in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor. And I did a lesson a few weeks back showing the gains that Russia has made in this Ukrainian-Russian war. Russian-Ukrainian war. They've taken over big cities. They pushed the Ukrainians back. They're going to occupy that land back. Which, them occupying that land back is bringing them closer to the Middle East. Like we read in Revelation 16, the kings of the East, their way is being prepared right now. It says, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shield, all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Yeah, that's all their that's all of their allies. Okay? That's all of their allies that are going to come to war with them. Can't forget about China too, man. Can't forget about China as well. Matter of fact, let's see if we can get a little something. We're in 2nd Esdras already. All right, let's go chapter 15 real quick. See, I think there says something about Asia in this chapter. Yeah. It says, what is it? 2nd Esdras 15 and 46. It says, and thou Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and the art of glory of her person, woe unto thee, thou wretch, because thou hast made thyself like unto her. And that's facts, man. Asia be trying to be like America too. China, Japan, all these, But really, China, they own America. Everything's made. You look at anything that you own, it's gonna say made in China on the back of it. You know what I'm saying? They done ate deliciously off this whore, aka America. It says so they're gonna have a big part in this war too. It says and has decked thy daughters in whoredom, that they might please the glory in thy lovers, which have always desired to commit whoredom with thee. Let's go to the next chapter. It says, 2 Ezra 16:1, woe unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. You see, so these things, all hell's about to break loose. Putin has been coming out. I still have some of these things up. Vladimir Putin. You know what I'm saying? Destruction coming on the world. Putin bracing for potential war. Okay? You know, most of my lessons lately have been centered around what shit. Like my last 3-4 my last lesson was Putin could trigger a radioactive tsunami. Putin warns of full-scale World War III. You know, it's easy to put 2 and 2 together. Another lesson I did about 2 weeks ago, Russia's nuclear forces are ready. Putin warns. Putin's been coming out with these warnings, you know, and still niggas can't get the fact that America's going to be destroyed by nuclear fire. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I didn't want to be too long-winded and ramble on. Got a few scriptures out to understand what the hell's going on. We got these articles coming out week after week, day after day, of what the hell's going on. This one came out on the 21st, which was what Thursday or something, you know. So we're seeing it, you know. But a lot of these other people, this is my last script, and I'm gonna close it out. A lot of these other people don't get it. Isaiah 29:10, it says, for the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and have closed your eyes. The prophets and your rulers and the seers have he covered. They're not telling you about what Putin and the BRICS nations are saying. They're not telling you that these countries are signing up to be with the NATO nations. They're not telling you all. Some camps are telling you, and I'm speaking about Israel. Some camps are telling you that Jacob's trouble it don't exist. Like, you see what I'm saying? Verse 11, it says, in the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he saith, I cannot, for it is sealed. These people, they ain't got the answers, man. They ain't got the answers. This don't scare nobody. It don't ring an alarm, no nothing. Maybe I should get right. Nothing. World War III is about to happen, and niggas is worried about Metro booming and Future dropping. It's ridiculous. All right, so Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, praises to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Chakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, to rule and teach well. Peace of salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. I hope brothers have your Paul Passover, you know, and repent for Yahweh Shai is coming sooner than what me and you believe. All right, shalom.